Okay, hello everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are from turning around the world globe. Uh, super welcoming to our first pre-orientation session for China Youth Summit 2026. We are absolutely thrilled to see so many bright faces and incredible energy in this room today. I'm Ayub, and I'll be your moderator for today's session. So, since this is our first pre-orientation session, and this session is totally informal, guys, so don't be shy or too formally strict to the rule. So, before we start our session, feel free to grab your favorite cup of coffee or tea, sit back and relax, and get ready for a fun and exciting journey ahead. So, before we dive into what is in China Youth Summit 2026, let's get to know each other a little bit. And I already see some people having chat in the chat box. There are a lot of participants in different country like in the Afghanistan, India, Bangladesh, Vietnam, Nigeria, Indonesia. Indonesia. Hi Indonesia. Papua New Guinea currently from the USA. Oh, hi USA. America, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Nepal. Hello Nepal. Tajikistan and Vietnam, Georgia, and wow, that's a lot of people from different countries in here. So thank you so much. Oh, from Ireland. Wow, hello Ireland. Nigeria. Okay, wow. Tanzania too. Okay, wow. Great. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for coming here today. We are super excited to welcoming you in this China Youth Summit 2026. And perhaps some of you don't know what is presentation is. So presentation session is session that will introduce you to everything you need to know before beginning your China Youth Summit 2026. So this is like a preparation for your next journey during the event, something like that. So, in these presentations is welcoming for whatever you're aiming for, fully funded or self-funded pathway. So all of you is uh, invited to this presentation. So make sure you joining this session in every Saturday at 4:30 p.m. GMT plus 7. So, basically, we are always emailing you to remind about this session every Thursday. So please check your email so you won't miss this session. Okay, thank you so much. And in today's session, in this pre-orientation, we'll have Catherine Andrea or Miss Dia with us as our speaker today to explain what is material for this pre-orientation session. So, hello, Miss Dia, how are you?
Hello, Ayub. I'm fine. How are you guys? Welcome to the official pre-orientation or slash the first onboarding session for China Summit. Thank you so much for attending this session. I see a lot of you guys here. We are at full capacity right now at 100 participants. So very warm greetings to all of you. So yeah, thank you so much for attending this session today.
Okay, this is Miss Dia, this is our speaker today. So, in this presentation, this onboarding, yeah, just say it onboarding because this is our first presentation. So in here today we will discuss about overview of China Youth Summit 2026 and then we'll continue about complete program, timeline and important milestone about this program and then interview rules, procedure and the key of the guidelines. If you uh to take the fully funded this interview rules is totally important, so please uh, make sure you listen to the speaker today. And then we will discuss about what to expect through your China Youth Summit 2026 journey. Okay, and the end of the session, material session, we'll have a Q&A session and we'll open for 3 questions. So if you have any question about the China Youth Summit or any issue you have faced since your registration, so don't hesitate to chat in chat box or raise your hand in the session. Okay, so without further ado, Miss Dia, if you're ready, time is yours.
Okay, thank you so much, Ayub, once again for the introduction. Okay, without any further ado, I will start the presentation for today onboarding session. Okay, let me share the screen. Okay, can you see the screen right now?
Okay, that
Yes, you can
is
see.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you so much for confirming. Okay, once again, guys, welcome to this official onboarding session for China Youth Summit, as it is the first session or the first pre-orientation session for China Youth Summit. I hope you guys are paying attention because there's a lot of important things that I'll be informing for you guys today. As I have said in the beginning, we will be going for the overview of the China Youth Summit program itself, and then we will discuss the timeline of the fully funded participant interview, and then also the interview rules and some other important information. Okay, now I will start. Okay, as it is, China Youth Summit is a program that is organized by Youth Break the Boundaries, and as it is the first China Youth Summit held by the Youth Break Boundaries, I know maybe some of you, this is your guys' first time in joining a program by Youth Break the Boundaries, or maybe this is the first time of you guys joining a China Youth Summit program. So before we get into the program itself, I'm going to do a short introduction about Youth Break the Boundaries as the organization that organized the China Youth Summit itself. So, Youth Break the Boundaries, or YBB, is an organization dedicated to the empowerment of young people worldwide, where we focuses on providing platforms that can foster youth leadership, global networking, and the cultivation of global insights. So, our main mission is basically to inspire youth to break through barriers and boundaries by equipping them with the necessary skills and opportunities to thrive in a globalized world. Through a series of international summits, YBB encourages young individuals to not only gain leadership experience, but to also connect with peers, professional, and global leaders who share their vision of making a positive difference. So that is the short introduction of us as Youth Break the Boundaries. Okay, now our programs, not only we have China Youth Summit, but we also have 5 other programs that are under our organization right now. The first, and some of them also ongoing right now alongside the China Youth Summit. The first one is Korea Youth Summit. This one is also currently ongoing. We are also in the middle of the pre-orientation session for Korea Youth Summit that we are going to hold on September. And then the second one, we have Istanbul Youth Summit and also Middle East Youth Summit, World Youth Festival, and also Japan Youth Summit, another program by YBB that is ongoing right now, that we are going to hold on October this year. And of course, our own program that is China Youth Summit. And that is all the program that are under YBB right now. Okay, now that we have already do a short introduction about YBB, now I'm going to tell you guys about what is China Youth Summit. So a little fun fact also that I've already mentioned a little bit when I was doing the introduction, China Youth Summit is actually the newest YBB program that are created. So this is the first China Summit under YBB. So you guys are essentially the first batch of participant of China Youth Summit. So once again, welcome. as you guys are the first batch of the China Youth Summit program. So the China Youth Summit, or CYS, is an international program organized by Youth Break the Boundaries by YBB, dedicated to empowering young leaders to take an active role in shaping a sustainable future. And as a prestigious platform, CYS brings together youth across nation, cultures, backgrounds under the spirit of Go Beyond. So our official tagline for China Youth Summit is Go Beyond. And at the heart of the summit itself lies the innovative project competition, where participants are going to design and present innovative projects that aim to create real social impact. So these projects are going to be directly connected to the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, or SDGs. And for China Youth Summit itself, we are going to focus on five different SDGs. The first one is SDG 4, quality of education, and the second one is SDG 8, decent work and economic growth, SDG 9, industry, innovation, and infrastructure, and SDG 11, sustainable cities and communities, and the last one is SDG 16, peace, justice, and also strong institution. Okay, now the objective itself for China Youth Summit, we have five main objectives. They are build, boost, strengthen, train, and create. And the first one is to build strong youth leadership character and also to boost youth confidence through competition and real challenges. As you guys are going to participate in the innovative project competition, we hope that in that participating in that competition can help you guys in building a strong leadership character and also to boost your guys' confidence in participating in this international summit event. And also, we are aiming to strengthen youth presence and contribution at the international level and to train collaboration to build the nation together. As we can see from the beginning, there's so many of you guys come from very different parts of the world where we are coming together under one program, and we hope that this program can train you guys to be able to collaborate and to create a better future together. And also, last but not least, is also to create a strong and supportive YBB alumni network. So, as I've said in the beginning, this is the newest program by YBB. So, this is the first batch of China Youth Summit. So, we hope after you guys participate in this program itself, you guys can create a strong bond with each other, and that could be create an alumni network for China. It's the first alumni uh, relationship for China Youth Summit or communities, and it could be another uh, gathering of YBB alumni under a different programs. So that is the five main objective of China Youth Summit. On to the next one. Now for the program mapping. So essentially, for program mapping, this is the same for all of the other YBB programs. So for all of our programs, there are three main stages basically. There is pre-event, event, and then post-event. So for the pre-event, there are live session, webinar, and mentoring or pre-orientation. So for the pre-event itself, as I also mentioned in the beginning, we are going to have the pre-orientation session slash mentoring session. So pre-orientation session, it is a very important session that we are going to do weekly every Saturday, and it is essentially mandatory to be attended by all of you guys who are registering for China Youth Summit program. Because again, as I have mentioned in the beginning, we are this is basically the preparation stage for you guys to prepare for your guys' participation in China Youth Summit. Throughout the pre-orientation session every week, we are going to discuss a different topic for each week. We are going to discuss about visa application or maybe about applying for sponsorship if you guys want to participate in this program, but maybe do not have enough fun for it. And also, we are going to do the mentoring session. So, as you guys know, you guys are going to be presenting the innovative project competition. And when you guys present that project presentation, you guys are going to be divided into groups, and each group will have a mentor, where those mentor will be guiding those group in creating the presentation or the project presentation. So it is very important for you guys to always attend the pre-oriented session every week, but not to be discouraged if you guys maybe don't or can attend at that week. We are going to record every pre-orientation session, and we are going to upload it on our YouTube channel, Youth Break the Boundaries YouTube channel. And if you guys miss the pre-orientation session, or maybe you guys can attend, you guys can definitely watch it again from the recording that we are going to upload on our YouTube channel. And also, beside pre-orientation session and also mentoring, we will be having a live session and webinar. So for the live session itself is a live session in our Instagram, official Instagram, China Youth Summit. We sometimes it is not as often as the pre-orientation session, so it's not routine like every week. Sometimes we do like short session for the live session with alumni from the other programs, or maybe from our own China Youth Summit ambassador, and we are going to discuss a lot of different fun topics related to the China Youth Summit itself. And that's all for the pre-event stage. Now, moving on to the event stage. So, of course, the event stage is the main part, the main stage, which is are going to happen on the day of the China Youth Summit event in November. As I've mentioned before, you guys are going to do a discussion and also a presentation for the innovative project presentation. And then you guys also going to go through international symposium. It's basically kind of like a speakers panel session. So we are going to invite many different speakers from different organization and institution, and we are going to discuss a lot of important and exciting materials. Some often it is related to the SDGs, and other also about another different topics that are maybe trending right now. That is an incredibly fun and exciting session, and that is for the event stage of the program mapping. And the last one is of course the post event after the China Youth Summit. There is incubator and alumni program. So essentially with YBB doesn't have the official alumni program yet, but we do sometimes invite our alumni from our other programs to be a speaker, either in the live session on Instagram or maybe on the pre-orientation session, where they can share the experience in participating in YBB programs. And I hope after we did the China Youth Summit event on November, as you guys are going to become a part of the alumni, the first batch alumni of China Youth Summit, maybe we can invite you guys for a future pre-orientation session for the next batch of China Youth Summit. So that is for the program mapping. Okay, move on to the next. Okay, now we are going to discuss the timeline for the fully funded, especially for the fully funded participant. This is the important timeline that you guys have to know. So for the first one, for the deadline for first installment payment, this is the first installment or the batch one. The timeline is from May 20 until August 5. And for the deadline for second installment payment, it's from May 20 until September 5th. So to note, you guys maybe see that the deadline for the first installment payment essentially is on August 5, which is not long, I think 2 weeks from now. But for this first installment payment, if you are registering under the fully funded position, you guys have an option to pay for either the first installment payment or the second installment payment after the final announcement for the fully funded participant. If you guys are registering under the fully funded participant, because maybe some of you guys are not sure yet if you guys are accepted or chosen as the fully funded participant or not. and you guys are still not sure about whether to pay or not, so you guys can totally pay after the final announcement for the 500 participant for the installment payment. But if you guys choose to pay after the final announcement, you guys have to pay for the nominal for first installment, also the second installment. But if you guys want to pay according to the timeline, it's also okay. But if you guys want to pay after the final announcement, that is also okay. Now that's the timeline for the payment. Now, entering the timeline for the interview session for the fully funded candidates. So, the interview announcement for the fully funded candidates, we are going to announce it through emails. We are going to send the acceptance email or the invitation, interview invitation emails on you guys' emails from August, in between August 10th until August 20th. And the interview session itself, we will conduct it in between August 21 until August 31. And then for the final announcement for the official fully funded participant position, we are going to announce it in between September 10 until September 15. So please make sure you guys note this interview timeline, especially if you guys are registering under fully funded position, so you guys don't forget. So you guys can expect the what is it, the email invitation for the interview on August, on the first week, on the second week of August. So please stay tuned for that. Now that we have discussed the timeline, on to the next. We are going to discuss about the interview rules. So, as I've mentioned before, for the fully funded participant, you guys are going to go through the interview session, and there are some rules that you guys have to follow. Of course, the first one is the interview will be conducted fully in English. So the interview will be conducted fully in English, and then the dress code for the interview is formal casual, but just make sure that it is appropriate, of course, for the interview session. And the third one, you guys have to prepare your presentation idea into presentation slides or PPT. So, in the interview session, you guys are going to present about the essay that you have submitted when you are registering under the fully funded participant, and you guys are going to present your essay or your project idea uh, with the presentation slide. So please make the presentation slide as engaging as possible, because it is to help us understand better about the your essay or about your project idea. And on to the next rule, it's the presentation will be not more than 5 minutes. Okay, so essentially the interview session the entire duration of the interview session will be 10 minutes. So give or take 10 minutes, or maybe about 12 minutes max. So the presentation, your essay presentation or your project presentation will be for 5 minutes. And then the next 5 minutes will be for the Q&A session. So please note when you guys are making the presentation slides or maybe arranging or summarizing your essay, please make sure that it is in on the 5 minutes duration, not less and not more. Okay, for the next rule, the interview will be conducted based on scheduled booking. So, on when you guys receive the interview invitation email, there will be a link there. We will going to put a link there where you guys can click, and it will be immediately go to the Google Calendar booking. So you guys have to choose your own date for your interview. So we'll provide the dates from August 21 until August 31, and you guys can choose whichever date works best for you to have that interview session. So please, when you guys receive the email invitation, don't forget to click that link and then book the date for your interview. And then the next rule, the panel's decision is final and cannot be altered, of course. And the last one is only participant who pass the essay selection phase will be eligible to participate in the fully funded interview. So that is all the rules for the interview session for the fully funded participant. Okay, on to the next one. Now we are going to discuss about the interview flow. So again, you will August 10th and August 20th. And then, of course, the interview will be based on the scheduled time that you guys book. And then when you guys, when is the day of your interview, you guys are going to oh yeah, just for information, the interview will be conducted from Google Meet and not Zoom. So when you guys enter the Google Meet link for the interview session, you guys will be put in the waiting room for a few seconds, and then after that, you guys will immediately enter the main area for the interview session, and you will guys will be having the interview session with one of our team that will be interviewing you guys. So that is the entire interview flow. Okay, on to the next. Okay, now this is the types of emails. So essentially, when the announcement or the date for the announcement of the interview session are announced, there is three types of email that you guys are going to receive. The first one, of course, is the schedule booking email or the interview invitation email. So this email is sent to participants who have successfully passed the essay selection phase and have achieved a score above 80. So it contains the link or instruction to book your interview schedule and allowing you guys to proceed to the next stage of the program. And the second one is the reminder and declaration submission email. So this email is also addressed to participants that have passed the SS selection phase or those participants who have scored above 80 but have not yet completed the batch 1 payment. So these participants are required to submit a declaration letter, the template of which is going to be provided on the email itself, and the email serves as a reminder of this obligation and provides guidance for completing the process. And the third one is, of course, the rejection email. So this email will be issued to participants or applicants whose essay score did not meet the minimum criteria for the fully funded selection, and it will formally notify them of the outcome, and if applicable, may also include suggestion for alternative participation opportunities, especially maybe if you guys still want to participate in the program, but under the self-funded participant. Okay, so that's the types of email. And I think that is the last slide for today's presentation. So that is all the information that I'll be sharing for this onboarding session. Once again, thank you guys for paying attention. I hope you guys catch all the important details that I've already mentioned in this presentation. And not to worry, if you guys still have some question that you guys want to ask, or maybe some of the little thing, some of the information may be still a little bit confusing for you, you guys can ask in the Q&A session next. But unfortunately, we are only going to accept three questions in the Q&A session because we have a limited time for the onboarding session. But not to worry, you guys can also ask your other question and ask it either contact us on our Instagram, maybe DM, or maybe through the official WhatsApp or our YPP admin or China Youth Summit admin. So I think that's all about the presentation that I'll be giving to you guys. Thank you once again, and I will give back the time to Ayu.
Okay, thank you so much, Miss Dia, for your material today. There is a lot of important information for the all of our participants today. So, before we are entering the Q&A session, could we take a documentation for today? Perhaps you could turn on your camera so we can take your picture. Okay, we have four screen today. Wow, that's a lot. Okay, this is the first screen. Okay,
Hello.
hello. Okay, wait a second. The Q&A session will be continue after this documentation session. So, please mute first. Okay, are you ready? I will start from the first screen. One, two, three. Smile.
Stop.
Okay, the next screen. All right, wait a second. One, two, three. All right, and this the third. All right, wait. There's a lot of participants today. Okay, the last one. All right, thank you so much. I totally appreciate it. Okay, okay, we'll continue to the Q&A session. We have a lot of questions, Miss Dia, in the chat box, and some of people just raise hand in here. So unfortunately, we are only open for three questions first. Perhaps we could choose three from the okay, two from the raise hand and one from the chat box. I think that is fair for all of us. Okay, the first question I think from Rimchim Shingha, I guess. Rimchim Rimchim. How to say that? Okay.
Thank you for your informative session. I have one question. What qualities does the selection committee value most when choosing participants for the fully funded program? Thank you.
Okay, thank you for the question, Rim Jim, I think. So, may I confirm that you asked about what quality do we search for the fully funded participant? Is that right? Because your voice is a little bit unclear, actually.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so essentially, what we search in the fully funded participants. So, of course, when we interview you guys for the fully funded participant, you guys are going to present your essay or your project's ideas. As essentially, what are we searching for is an idea that is applicable. It's in the simplest way. It is applicable and it doesn't have to be like a big project or a big idea, but as long as it is applicable and it is very much can be like an infinite project competition that can be used in the future where it can be a project that is are applicable not only in your part of the world but in every world. We definitely search in that kind of project. So it doesn't have to be like a big project or like a fancy project, but as long but it is simple, but it is applicable, we are definitely search for that kind of fully funded participant with that kind of ideas. I think that's what are we searching for essentially for that fully funded
So,
participant region. Is any follow-up question?
no,
If not,
no.
What is the fully funded participants cover? So that's program. What does it cover?
So, what is it covered? So essentially, for the fully funded covered, we covered everything aside from the flight ticket. So for the hotel, room in the hotel, and then also food, and then transportation fee, we will cover it all on the day of the summit. But unfortunately, we cannot cover the your flight ticket from you guys' country to China, but we are covering everything from the hotel and then also the food and also the transportation throughout the event of the China Youth Summit itself. So that's what is being covered as a fully funded participant.
Sorry. How many is what is it again? The fully funded seats are available.
Okay, so basically for the fully funded participant that is available, it is uh kind of like depends on the whole participants, the official number of participants of the Chinese Summit. So, but usually we accept either from 5 until 8 fully funded participants. So that is usually in that amount, either 5 or 8 fully funded participants. But it is again depends on the official number of the participants that are going to be participating in Chinese Summit. If more participants can join in this uh, program, we can maybe go to the 10 territory of fully funded participant, but it is usually from 5 until 8 fully funded participant.
Hello. Hello.
Can I ask
Okay.
one question, please?
Yeah, maybe I'm sorry guys, but I think this is going to be the last question. So whoever talks last, I think Kisan,
Yeah,
I guess.
yes.
Yes, okay.
So, hello everyone. This is Dr. Kishan from USA, and I have a very general question regarding the fully funded program. So, we discussed some criteria and some of the rules and the processes. I really appreciate this program and all of the presentations that you have presented today, everyone. So, I am from the research background. I use some machine learning AI stuffs to study the drug discovery pipeline. There are so many details. However, I equally bring the leadership and the management criteria at the same time. So, what kind of presentation do you expect from the people like me who are also from the research and the development background, like education, and at the same time, they bring the leadership. I would like to connect the science, technology, innovation with the AI, machine learning stuffs, or recent technologies for the advancement of global health or education, and at the same time, global leadership and global peace, that kind of thing. So, what kind of presentation do you expect for the fully funded program, particularly in this kind of context? Thank you.
Okay, thank you for the question, Mr. Kisan. May I confirm you asked about the criteria for the fully funded? I'm sorry, I did not catch the question actually.
Is there any certain criterias that
Okay.
you select for the fully funded program? For example, I discussed about my background and
Okay, okay.
what kind of objectives or context that you expect from the people like me.
Okay, so as it is a program that is open from people from age 15 until around 35, I believe. So it is definitely going to be really diverse. There is some of participant that registering under fully funded participant who have already like a kind of like a professional background, and maybe some of the participant that have only maybe is still in high school or maybe are just started in college. So we do not search for like we of course also are very much welcoming and very much appreciated of participants that are registering that have already have like essentially an excellent background that have already many expertise. We do hope that those kind of participants are willing to participate in our programs, but as the fully funded position, because it is a very competitive position, we are only opening from 5 to 8 position from among hundreds of participants. So it is very much like I've said in the beginning, we are searching for someone who have a not only a fancy idea, but a simple idea that is applicable. We want the project to be real. We want the project to be able to be applicable in all sort and not only applicable but also accessible, because this is essentially the innovative project presentation, and we want the project to essentially bring a real impact to the world, and is applicable and it is accessible, not only a certain part of world that can access it, or maybe only a certain part of communities that can access the project, but it is applicable worldwide and also accessible worldwide. That's what are we searching for. Okay.
Yep. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you once
Um,
again, Mr. Kisan,
hello.
for your
Hello.
question.
Okay, thank you so much,
I'm
everyone. There's a lot of
Sorry,
question
please.
from you, and there's still a lot of people that's raising their hand to ask about the this program and program fee or something else. So, but unfortunately, we have a limit of time. So, unfortunately, we have to close our session today. But don't worry, if you miss or want to rewatch this session, you could rewatch it in our YouTube channel in Youth Break the Boundaries YouTube channel. We'll upload it there, so feel free to watch it. And if you're looking for our Catline program, China Youth Summit, you could get it in our official website in chinayouthsummit.com. So kindly to visit there and get the guideline and read it carefully. So please don't miss any information. And since that is
Hello.
still a lot of
Once.
question that some of you want to ask,
Please.
but we have limited time. So kindly to reach out in our administration number in WhatsApp, especially. You could get our number in the Instagram poster. You will get easily our number in there. So hopefully you could text us in our WhatsApp. Thank you
Hello.
so much everyone for the day. So
Hello.
maybe that's
Once again.
all.
Once.
Okay, thank you so much. Perhaps that's all. Thank you so much. And